All right, for our first story today, Elon Musk is going full third party. He's just launched a political party, not metaphorically, literally, a political party. He's called it America Party. It's the dumbest name ever. And according to Politico and Guardian, he's already aiming at Senate seats and House seats, going fully independent, fully Musk. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen apparently warned him to stay out of politics. I mean, if at this point he hasn't figured out that politics is just burning him to a crisp, I don't know what will teach him that lesson.
Yeah.
Just to recap, I think we all know the basics. Elon's jumped headfirst into politics, funding the hell out of the Trump. Well, first buying X, buying Twitter, breaking it and calling it X, and then becoming kind of a right-wing red pill troll on his own platform. Then supporting Trump all the way to victory, and then eviscerating large parts of the essential federal government. And I'm adding a lot of color commentary as we go here.
Love it. I mean, this is actually quite entertaining.
And then, finally basically got ejected out the back door because I don't know why, burned out, or Trump got sick of him. And now he and Trump have had the most acrimonious public breakup in history. It was bound to happen. It was obvious it was going to happen. And now he wants to start his own competing party. Sure. What do you make of this?
I thought he had learned his lesson. Like, I actually thought for a second when he blew up, the whole bromance blew up, that, okay, he is just going to focus on business and being an entrepreneur, which he's kind of been decent at different points. He's more of, like, to be clear, an innovator, visionary than necessarily. I think there's some issues in terms of sustainability and building like sustainable environments as a leader.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly he has big ideas and amazing ideas, and he's done well. But then definitely, he's lost customers, consumers, support. It's impacted his businesses. But clearly it wasn't enough. Like, I thought that'd be enough for him to go back to what he's good at, which is also quote unquote. And yeah, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised. Because, like, how far will he go? But now, I'm worried. I think he's going to try to be the new Trump, right? Like, when Trump came in, it was this reality star. Oh, yeah, he's never going to run. It's never going to work out. And look where we're at. And it took someone that was, as we know, delusional, somewhat sociopathic, narcissistic, all these things that we know, characteristic about Trump. I'm wondering if Elon thinks like he could be the next one from, again, where he stands. The issue is, I mean, I think what Trump had going for him is like this idea of middle America support. And I think what Elon has is just bro support. And that is enough for 50% of the country. But then it's also like, how far will that go? I don't know. So I do feel like he's vying for that next person where it's like the reality star, the tech star, right? And clearly has a big enough head to think that he can do it. Like that delusion, which is frightening. And also the libertarian movement. I do think he's going to use the libertarian movement to say, like, bring those folks on board. Like, I could be your poster child for the libertarian movement, otherwise called was the America Party.
Look, I think the breakup was the most obvious thing in the history of the world, right? They're both strong personalities. They're not perfectly aligned. And there's not enough room in the Oval Office for both of them. And the media and, critics were doing their best to drive a wedge between them, playing one against the other,
Didn't even need to do anything, to be honest, but I hear you.
Yeah, President
It was
Musk
kind of
and
playing
whatever.
out with itself.
Playing to their egos.
Truth Social and X were there to show that it wasn't even us. We were just all like eating our popcorn, to be honest.
I do think that there's a number of people who think, have characterized this as Elon Musk being upset about EV tax credits or being upset about somehow it's hurting his pocketbook. And I really think that's a really dumb take. Elon has burned a lot of enterprise value, of personal net worth doing this. It's not about money for him. It's a personal crusade.
Totally.
And it's come at great personal cost. He deeply, deeply believes in what he's doing. Now, we may disagree with his motivations or what he's doing, but you can't disagree that he's doing it based on deeply held beliefs and principles, however misguided. And again, I've said it on this show a number of times, I think one of the reasons is because his kid transitioned, and I think that hurt him very, very deeply. One of the other things I heard recently was Peter Thiel mouthing off in this interview that we've actually mentioned a couple of times on the show, where he was saying that he was in a meeting or a dinner with Musk and an AI founder, and the AI founder mentioned he's working on the most important thing in AI, and Musk said, I'm working on the most important thing with going to Mars, and the AI founder said, well, my AI is going to follow you to Mars. And Thiel thinks that clicked for him, that, oh, AI is actually just as important, if not more important than Mars. And then he realized, oh, actually, if I go to Mars, the politics is going to follow me to Mars, that all of these political ideas will follow me there. And so in order to fix the world, I need to fix cars, I need to fix AI, I need to fix Mars, and I need to fix politics. And so this is at least what Thiel's hypothesis was, and Thiel's a psychopath of his own. Look, he's got all the money to invest. He only needs to win a small number of seats to have an enormous amount of power, an enormous amount of leverage. So the kind of the pro here, or the steel man, is he doesn't need to win much in order to have a lot of leverage. The straw man, or the anti-case, is people that love Musk basically love Trump, and the people that hate Musk basically hate Trump.
They're going to cancel each other out.
I don't know, like the Venn diagram of people who love Musk but not Trump. It's like it's a weird coalition of the idiots.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know where this goes.
No, but again, he's stubborn enough to prove a point, right? I mean, and he's so used to imploding things and no one believing in him. So that's the story. And yet seeing the vision and being early. So like, I think all this creates a sense of delusion in whatever you're doing and grandeur. So I just think he's going to continue to push through in whatever way he wants to. Yeah, because in the end, there's power in politics, there's power in policy. And he sees that totally, especially as it relates to space politics. Maybe if he feels he learns enough about it, then he says, I'm going to create my own party. And he created my own party. Guess what? And that party now is setting up shop where I'm set up shop. And like he could basically just create something out of nowhere because he's already set up the party. So no, there's no space government. Guess what? We're going to be the first space government. My party. Sign up for that. Right? But yeah, it's like fucking crazy. Like it's all, I'm just tired, and I'm just also like, there is a bit of, I love innovation. I love future thinking. Totally. Like we need to be doing that. And also there are just so much bad stuff happening here that we need to deal with, and we cannot turn a blind eye to. And just like, there needs to be that end situation. Right now, it's, I don't know. I don't even know what they think, but it's chaotic. It's a mess.
Look, my problem with Musk, especially, well, I have a lot of problems with Musk, but I would summarize it as toxic Silicon Valley culture, or Silicon Valley culture turned toxic. It's, move fast and break things, except the thing you're breaking is the federal government that has millions and millions and millions of lives dependent on it. And you're breaking it not for good ideas, but for bad ideas. And you're breaking it with cruelty and carelessness. And so it is this kind of extreme Silicon Valley mindset applied without diligence, without competence, without care, in the wrong place in the wrong way. And so
Nailed it.
It's really very, very difficult.